Hey guys, welcome back, and I want to hear about Alicia, the dancer and stalking mission. At the southeast corner of Hong Kong Island sat the largest and most secure prison in the city, Hong Kong Central Prison. I gave the guards the entrance the name Warden Chris. They glanced at my stripper outfit, casually flipped through the stuff in my tiny handbag, and let me through. No one else was in the warden's office except Chris. There was a radio placed next to a sofa. It was playing some unknown Latin music. Warden Chris's special hobby was likely one weakness of his concrete fortress. He liked Latin music. Moreover, on the last day of every month, he would invite along a young female dancer into his office. None of his girls had ever been seen again. Some people had suggested they might have gotten new identities and started new lives somewhere else. Others insisted they were dead. In any case, as the only information I managed to gather, the uncertainty made the mission together tonight a little risky. Nevertheless, it was the only way for me to approach him. I ignored the warden's leering looks and started dancing to the music. I didn't know a song with a familiar melody made me feel nostalgic. For a brief while, I felt like I was back in Mexico. I could imagine myself strolling down the street of a lovely Cotepec, bathing in the warm sunshine, waving hello to everyone, saying Buenos dias. I extended my hand towards the warden and shot him a passionate and inviting look. He grabbed my hand. I felt a sudden pain in my stomach. I had to run to my bathroom. For some reason, my stomach suddenly started hurting. Gave me a bad feeling about tonight. If I proceeded with the mission, it was probably not going to go smoothly. My instincts had never been wrong before. A few minutes later, I escaped from a bathroom window. Never force yourself when you're feeling uncertain. Ray had taught me that. However, Warden Chris had already seen my face, which meant I couldn't attempt that mission anymore. But if we sent someone else, it would be much riskier to follow the same strategy. I screwed up, Ray. Alicia. Officer Ji Yon was still in the hospital. Meanwhile, Officer Min Yun had not shown up for work for a few days either. Lieutenant Kang had mentioned that he had been absent for health reasons, so he and I were only active members of Unit 4 at the moment. We were in 403 with Sunshine Apartments. There was no sunshine at all. We were in no furniture except a fridge, a microwave and a simple gas stove, and some bowls and dishes had not been used in a long time. The thick window shades had blocked out all the light for a month or two. The whole room smelled like mould. However, it was a perfect location for surveillance. I quickly set the telescope up and pointed at the window in the middle of the third floor of the opposite building. I could see through a telescope that a full-figured woman was having breakfast. Her lover was a drug dealer and the Young Sung team of a Musang gang, who oversaw the transportation of all their goods. He was also an important suspect in a murder case a few days ago, and he hadn't been seen in the past 3 days. It was my first time partnering with Lieutenant Kang. I had not been in Unit 4 long, but come to learn it was nothing like the rumours I'd heard. Unit 4 didn't have a lot of people, but had abundant talent. An amazing marksman, a master of transfiguration, not to mention the Lieutenant himself, who was a hidden beast. Lieutenant Kang had told me the truth about what happened to him during our fight. The Officer Ji Yon was stabilised. He told me I met his other personality, named Yang Gun. He was a different person altogether. Yang Gun was very violent and he didn't have access to Lieutenant Kang's memories. Therefore, for the safety of his colleagues, he would usually only go out on solo missions. I couldn't believe it at first. I had suspected Lieutenant Kang was just yanking my chain because he didn't trust me, and he didn't want me to know the true source of his strength. However, when I later went to visit Officer Ji Yon, she told me about her very own experience when he first joined the unit, including the same story about the Lieutenant. What I was then I realised was all true. Multiple personalities were not common, so the Lieutenant was always kept to himself, especially about where he came from. And in the case, this small quirk did not stop me from feeling closer to him. Though he was a weird person with a strange temper, he cared about us deeply. Just the other day, he'd gone screaming at Unit 3 because their men wouldn't shut the bathroom door properly, making my seat smelly. It was so awesome. As for the rumour about how no one wanted to join Unit 4, it was a total lie. Must have all been just sent away by the Lieutenant. Because they'd all been too weak. That must be the case. It was my first surveillance mission since joining the force. The more I thought about getting with a Lieutenant alone for the next 3 days, the more excited I felt. Wonder if he would be willing to spy with me. Actually, how about now? Lieutenant Kang, would you like to exercise a little? Doorbell buzzed with terrible timing. I opened the door and a young woman standing outside. She said she was a freelance writer who lived next door. Sure, it was a neighbour. She wanted to come by and say hello. Writer then asked us what we did. She kept asking a lot of random questions. So many of it I became completely lost. I like beautiful women, but I couldn't handle them. Just as I was studying hopelessly, so Lieutenant Kang came to her rescue. He explained to her that we were brothers who just moved into the city. He was a journalist, and so was his little brother, who was a chef. I couldn't help but give him a look when I heard the last bit. After spending some more time with him, I knew Lieutenant Kang, whilst extremely strict most of the time, also had lots of tricks up his sleeve. White had not stopped ogling me lieutenant since she first laid eyes on him. See, I was that lieutenant attractive in every aspect. He quickly got rid of her, then told me to keep a close eye on the room we were watching before he left. We were still going grocery shopping for preparation for the next few days. I used to offer to me and Jun tell stories about how I'd always had nothing but kimchi flavoured ramen. It wasn't particularly healthy. As part of a mission, I was perfectly fine with ramen. Besides, I love kimchi. Over 20 minutes later, all I could see in front of my eyes was an entire grocery bag of ice cream. My heart was bleeding. How did I forget the lieutenant was nothing but high-calorie junk food? Officer Min Jun must have bought that ramen himself. I sat next to the lieutenant and resigned myself to my fate. I kept an eye on my mistress. Was munching on ice cream. I ate an ice cream cone while watching TV. I ate an ice cream cone while she was watching the flowers. I ate an ice cream cone while she was making lunch. I ate an ice cream cone while she was taking a nap. I ate an ice cream cone while she was ice creaming. It was almost sunset. The ice cream was starting to make the ice cream for the night. And my ice cream began to rumble. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Door was an inopportune time again. I opened the door as a writer again. Just carrying a bag of groceries. You guys haven't eaten dinner, have you? Should we eat together? Have some extra food. Besides, I would really love to witness your chef's skills. She walked past me, went straight to the house. She changed into a pair of slippers while standing in the doorway. Kept peeking around the room. You could tell the dinner was not real purpose. And my stomach was full of ice cream and I had me a bed meltdown. Looking at a bag of fresh vegetables and meat, I couldn't help but salivate over it. Wait a second, Miss Chef. Was she referring to me? Well, Lieutenant, shouldn't you be responsible for your lies? Just as I was thinking about him, Lieutenant Kang came up to the doorway too. He stabbed one hand on the wall with a bang. At the doorway, Lieutenant Kang stared at the writer with a lustful look. What a shame, we'd just eaten. Well, I usually go to bed later, my brother here. Wait, what? You between us always start setting up his bed for 7 PM. Can I come over later? I'm not bad cook myself. We can cook a milkshake. Well, you could just take the stuff out of the fridge and set it aside for half an hour. To my surprise, the writer seemed really into the idea. Okay, so I won't bother you now then. Well, goodbye, but leave the food. As for tonight, I don't sleep until 8 either. You reckon to join me for a late night snack? You look so excited, I think you can go on days without sleeping at all. At last, the writer finally left. Then I decided to leave and went back to the window. Oh crap. The person at the bottom of the building was already a drug dealer waiting for. He was about to take off. Rushed downstairs, but no sign of him anymore. For the next few hours, we never saw him shop at his mistress's place. Considering he left in such a hurry, he probably will not be coming back anytime soon. Failure. Okay, so we got... It's getting really bizarre. Let's try that, shall we? Perhaps my passion infected the warden too. He was beginning to get a different look in his eyes. There was something twisted and dangerous about that look. Feeling a little uneasy, I decided to make my move immediately so I could complete the mission and protect myself before being exposed. Warden Chris suddenly began struggling to breathe. He fell to the ground while grabbing his own neck with his hand. His face turned towards a dangerous purple colour. He would never see that tiny scratch on the back of his neck that was killing him. I calmed myself, took off poisonous fake fingernails, an excessive dress, and jumped out the bathroom window. Go! I had barely pulled up my pants when Lieutenant Kang grabbed my arm, leading me out from the bathroom and kept running outside. We ran to a drug dealer who was just leaving from a bank building on the opposite side of the street. He took a glance at Lieutenant Kang and immediately started running as soon as he recognised him. The guy was pretty fast. We ran after him for a few blocks before we finally trapped him in a small alley from both ends. The next day in the interrogation room, he was very tight-lipped, refusing to answer any of our questions. After half an hour of any progress, Lieutenant Kang stood up and turned off the video camera. He went back to his seat and leaned closer to a table. He whispered to a guy, "How about we make a deal?" A deal? What kind of trick was Lieutenant Kang trying to play now? The guy was apparently as curious as me. He leaned forward and wanted to hear what the lieutenant had to say. He pulled out a switchblade, fixed it open, and stabbed it into the back of the guy's left hand in one clean move. The guy screamed out loud, but he didn't move. What about him hurting his hand even more? I suppose even he was unwilling to risk his own life. He finally started talking while he stuck in pain. If I answer questions, are you going to recommend me a lighter sentence? He smiled and pulled the knife out, put it away without even wiping blood off. After he gave us a statement, the dealer took his jacket off and threw it aside while cursing non-stop. That was when I saw a giant green python tattoo in his left arm. The lieutenant suddenly went quiet. I called his name in more a few times before he came back to himself. He stood up, patted me on my shoulder before he left the room and said to me, "It's yours now. Make him pay." Cool. So we got some more posts. Let's have a quick check. 2 letters.
No puedo regresar.
A black box. And disasters in Unit 4. Interesting. You know about Alicia and Chang Yong-min. I like Alicia's one because she's got such an interesting diversion and change in a way. We haven't actually had a Carlos one in a while. And we haven't had a Kang Bakia one in a while either. Well then guys, it's been a bit of a short episode, but that's the way it goes sometimes with these. Thanks very much for watching guys, have a wonderful day. And before we go, let's have a quick check of the profiles. Okay, let's do yours first. And really there. Our favourite food, McDonald's spicy burger and ice cream. And also, of course, at 23, completed the first assassination mission. At 24, assassinated Warden Chris.
Lo siento. No puedo regresar. 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 Lo siento. Lo siento.
Okay then guys, well thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day and bye bye.